Check, check, check. Okay. Hold on.
Oh, it says we're live now.
Okay, say something.
Something.
Okay, good. That's good. So all those glorious warm-ups, I guess my end might have been recorded. I guess XSplit was just like, no, I'm not gonna save any of the settings that you set last time when you were figuring this out.
All right, I'm gonna
fucking dickhole.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to my. Oh my god, I hate Windows and microphones. Because Windows is just like, hey, you know how you set your microphone at a level? Nah, I want to set it at a different level. Because you opened up another application. Even though you have it set to not allow applications to take control of the device, it still does it. Anyway, here's John. This is my microphone level and distance. Matt, can you say something?
Hey, this is Matt. I am talking.
Okay, and TJ?
I'm on a headset, but this is kind of what I do.
All right, let me listen. Everyone silence.
Okay.
Okay. I think we sound good. All right. Let's take a look back.
Okay, so the before we do that, TJ,
are you on Studio as well, Matt?
I should be.
Just to verify.
Yeah. The website I was trying to remember the name of is called Keymailer. And it's, I guess...
Is that a legit company?
Yeah.
Like, legit. Okay.
Yeah, so it was made by a dude that was... that's one of the co-hosts of The Instance, which is like the biggest World of the Warcraft thing. So he's like... He's a real person. Real human person.
What were you guys talking about? I want to know.
You sign up and you're like, hey, here's my Twitch information. Here's my.
Got it.
Oh, what happened?
It's the I want some free keys so that I can stream your game for you.
Yeah.
To my audience. Yeah, I'd like that. For TJ.
Yeah.
I don't have any time to stream, so.
I don't have any stream for time.
I don't have any time to stream.
Normally, I come down to Mississippi and I have like a budget stream rig thing going on. Since I replaced my computer and I didn't actually get rid of my computer, I brought my old computer down here. I might be able to actually stream with some legitimacy down here.
Nice. Is that just gonna live down there as like a secondary computer?
Probably.
Nice.
I mean, you don't really have a use for it at your house unless you're gonna do some LAN partying.
No.
LAN party, baby! Oh, I found some old photos from my old Windows phone.
Oh, yeah?
Isn't that fun? When you find like an old photo.
Yeah, especially when the photos are old.
It
looks so old. But it's also...
This stir fry looks so good, but I could never eat it now.
Dear God. Sweet Jesus God, John, I'd click the link that you put in there.
What?
The Melissophilia link.
Oh yeah, man.
This is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
I know.
I need audio. Give me audio.
Give me audio.
Start.
Give me that old time religion. Give me that old time religion. It's thundering out, so my cat is farting. Steve farts when it's thundering.
I do too. You know.
He gets really nervous and he's a nervous farter. It's hilarious, actually. Especially because that's why he was on the same couch and lap as my dog. Is because he gets scared and so he'll run out on the couch and lay on our laps, which he never does. Except for when he's terrified, so. But she still wanted to chase him. Oh, fuck me. Whew. Wrong button there. Almost extracted a game into my downloads folder. That wouldn't have been fun.
Well, I have a fantastic joke for this, but I'm going to save it for the podcast.
All right. All right. Well, let's just get started. Fuck it. Let's do it live. 319. Yeah. Whew. Let me just close my door a slight bit more. All right. Welcome to Born in the 80s
Hold
episode
on, I got
319. I'm your host, John Dangereux. Matt is watching videos while we're supposed to be recording, so...
I'm your co-host, Matt Haig, lover.
Okay.
TJ May. Something. What are we doing today?
We're recording an episode of our podcast.
Oh, yeah, hey.
That we do every week.
So a podcast is kind of like a radio show.
Yeah. It's like when you get a bunch of middle-aged white guys together...
Yeah. Have you heard of Serial? Because this is exactly like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Serial, I want to talk about 9/11 for half a second.
Oh, I'm gonna take a break.
Hey! It's a podcast.
I'll be right back.
All right. This podcast can melt steel girders.
Oh, it's fine. 9/11's at the exact halfway point of my life. Come January.
Oh, really?
That's how long ago that was.
That's weird. Yeah.
I don't want to think about that.
Think about there are adults that were born after 9/11. Well, basically adults, almost adults.
Because I was 15. Oh, so it's already happened for me.
Next month, there are people who are born after 9/11 who can buy M-rated games.
Yeah.
So I can barely remember like when you could actually go meet people at the arrival terminal of airports and stuff. But that's like that world is just gone forever now.
Yeah.
Would you like to hear what John was doing in 2008?
What? Yeah.
So I did the thing, which is deleting all of my old tweets because
you got to work for Disney in the future.
No, because it's just not worth it.
Because you might work for the New York Times.
Oh my God! I got into the biggest argument with people online about that one because they were just like, "She's such a racist," and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't even right now." I was like, they were like just like trying to make all these like. I mean, I understand where they're coming from because they're making like. Philosophical arguments. Okay, so just to explain what happened before we get into it. Sarah Jiang, I don't know how to pronounce it. Unfortunately, I've not heard her say it, but she was hired by the New York Times from, I believe she worked for The Atlantic before.
Okay.
Or The Verge or some tech blog. And so she's going to be a tech writer for New York Times. Anyway, there were a bunch of tweets unearthed, and this is how every fucking story starts nowadays. So in some old tweets that were found, she said some things like,
it's sick how much I like making old white men feel bad or something.
Yeah. Tweets. All right, because, okay, lots of people are, here we go. Vox has an explainer, which is good. Yeah, she wrote like hashtag cancel white people, like all these like tweets that are like obvious like gag jokes, you know what I mean? Like, because they're ridiculous. To the point of dumbass white people marking up the internet with their opinions like dogs pissing on fire hydrants.
But then people were like, oh, she says cancel white people, she's advocating genocide. Like, no, that's the kind of, that's elite.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and just like dumb shit, like, you know, just being kind of like purposefully like provocative.
Yeah,
because you know she had shared some tweets that she was getting around that time, where people were basically using very bad racial terms towards her. And telling her to shut the F up, you dang bleep, you know, and for racist terms for Asian people, as well as, like, you know, calling her lesbian slurs and whatnot. You know, so she was like, unfortunately, you know, I decided to react to tweets like that by just tweeting out blanket statements for my frustration, basically. You know what I mean? And they're obviously jokes. Like, this is like literally the worst part about this whole thing is that, and the people the people I'm arguing with, I understand they're coming from a place where there's one person who like thinks she's racist, which is insane to me, but there's people that are like, you know, she says these things, if you know that if you look at them without the context, they look really bad. And I'm like, yeah, that's obviously like,
but also like that's why context matters in everything.
Exactly.
Like,
and then like, obviously they're not like I'm not gonna like sit here and like defend just being like a troll on the internet. Like, she's obviously just trolling her trolls by just kind of throwing back that stuff, you know, which is like, okay, I probably wouldn't go about that way. You know, you just don't feed the trolls, don't react, which is what New York Times did, where they shouldn't have said anything. They literally should have just not mentioned it, but they had to fucking put a statement out where they obviously defended her, but it was just like, don't even give them the satisfaction that you even like thought about it, because it, you know, it's the Streisand effect, you know. Well, actually, the Streisand effect would be to say it never happened or something. Yeah, but
I don't know. I think it was probably the best course of action for the New York Times to make.
I mean, it was saying what they said. They were just like, well, the problem was that they admitted that they were bad. And she said she was sorry. You know what I mean? It's like, but no, never. No, that was too far. They should have just said, you know, these were jokes that she made well before she worked here, and we've talked to her, and that's it. She's still staying as a writer. Because if you look, and people have done investigations, I'm sure this Fox will go into it, where did this come from? Well, if you go on the horrible world of 4chan, you will see that this was a concerted effort by a bunch of white supremacists to dig into someone's Twitter past and find questionable things because she is writing for tech.
Yeah, she was a tech writer too, so
and she's not white.
So there's also like Gamergate people are coming out for it.
Oh yeah, and so they're just like, oh, she doesn't deserve to have this because she's a woman or she's Asian. So let's find something iffy to discredit her. And obviously it didn't work because the New York Times was like, no. This is obviously it isn't a great thing for her to have done, you know, but also she wasn't working for us at the time, and she hasn't done anything like that since. So who cares? Like, you know what I mean? You can't, like, it's just so dumb. But they were arguing, you know, about like this, and you know, one of the arguments is like, oh, if you changed white people to black people, it would be really racist. And I was like, yeah, that's because people have been racist for black people for centuries. Yeah. Whereas being racist to white people isn't a thing.
Well, yeah, because and you get into tricky language with that, where it's one of those things where the two sides are talking completely different language. There are people that say you can't be racist to white people, and then other people are like, well, that's clearly ridiculous because based on the literal definition,
you can have prejudices against white people.
Well, yeah,
maybe
that's the true thing.
The thing is, they're talking about personal racism versus systemic racism. You can't have. Yeah. There's no systemic racism towards the in power group.
No, of course not.
Nobody, when those two sides are clashing, nobody's like. They're understanding it through their own lens, and nobody's speaking the same language, and it's just like so frustrating. But yeah, so like obviously, if you change the races around and give it a completely different context, it's gonna have a different feel. Because that's how life is.
I just wanted to read the. There's an article on Washington Post that I really liked about it. This is not it. This is like a reaction article. I want to read the article about the actual situation. Bleacher Report. Oh, come on. Ugh! Why did searching her name in Washington Post not come up with the original one? Here it is. This has got to be it. New York Times stands by. No, motherfucker! Ah! Washington Post, I love you, but you wrote like 7 articles about this now. Where is the original article? Because it had a bunch of like input from a bunch of like racial studies professors and stuff.
Maybe we could have like we could launch a campaign on 4chan to have a bunch of people dig through old Washington post articles and find the original one.
Yeah, that's true, actually. They'd probably be able to find it, because they're pretty good at that. Fine, just if you guys want to vamp for about 10 seconds, I'm going to go look on a social media site where I shared the article, so that's apparently the only place I can fucking find it.
So, TJ, how's you're in the South?
So,
there we go. All right, I found it.
Okay.
This took a little while to get
This
there.
is a pretty good vamp.
All right, here we go. So, all right, sorry. It wasn't as long as I thought it was going to take. But anyway, let's see here. Who terribly said this? I love how the people on one side are conservative commentator and occasional conspiracy theorist Mark Dice wrote on Twitter, Sarah Jeong not being fired by the New York Times for racist and hateful tweets is an example 9 billion blah 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 of liberal hypocrisy, he says. But others are quick to say the statements Jeong made could be skewed as racist if only the culture and history in the current socio-political context of the United States were ignored. And this is Nolan Cabrera, associate professor at University of Arizona, who is writing a book about racial attitudes being held by college students. Part of the reason it was so easy for the outrage to be manufactured in the first place is that it was completely decontextualized and ahistorified. Then it was easy to drum up anger and say it looks like she hates white people. That only makes sense if you're willfully ignorant of 400 to 500 years history and contemporary social context, and also the context from which the tweets were sent. It is likely true that, as many have pointed out, if another minority group were substituted in the place of white people into Jeong's statements, she would have not kept her job. Some edited her tweets to hammer home the idea, replacing the words white people with black people or Jewish people. But Cabrera said the idea is a complete false equivalence, noting that whiteness isn't a cultural identity, the way that being black, Japanese American, or Jewish is. Cabrera listed off examples of government policies that targeted racial groups, including the Chinese Exclusion Act, Operation Wetback, which is a real thing that was named that by the government.
Good job, America, you fucking assholes.
Calling racism a systemic reality that necessarily favors white people. You hear this all the time. Substitute white and put a minority group in X, Cabrera said. The term racism is not the equivalence of prejudice or bigotry. It's the analysis of social inequality along the color lines, the analysis of the power dynamics and social oppression, none of which has ever been in the hands of people of color or communities of color. There's never been the social structure to be able to even oppress white people, which is just the way it is. It's like, you can't... I mean... Like, there's no history of oppression of white people.
Well...
So you can't, like...
I can quibble with that, because, like, there's a history of white people oppressing other white people. Like, early in America, the Irish and the Polish, and, like...
Fair
they
enough.
were... But that's just...
but those weren't white people. Those were immigrants.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't the right kind of... You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just fucked up.
Yeah, and she makes the point of basically saying, when you, it's just so stupid that you would think that was racist. And I understand, like, if you look at, it's the same thing with like the All Lives Matter thing. Like, if you look at philosophically, you're right, all lives do matter and should. But unfortunately, in the situation we're in today, that is a meaningless statement that doesn't help anyone.
Yeah. And like, Black Lives Matter has always had the implied "to" at the end.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like,
and it's just
that people are not valuing them, so we just want to make sure that, like, everybody's doing great. Good job, America.
Yeah, basically. And the thing is that the other thing about this situation versus some of the other things, like when Roseanne got fired, her tweet was specified as an attack on an individual person using a very well-known racist
right
trope.
now.
Yes, exactly. Well, she had the job.
Yeah.
This was stuff where she was making jokes. Like, literally, she had a graph that she drew that said, like, amount of rain, and then, like, it was, like, white people, amount of, like, wetness, and then, like, a dog smell, like, goes up. Like, it's obviously a ridiculous joke. Like, it's just, like, the same shit that South Park does. You know, it's just, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to get offended, like, there's no way Mike Cernovich or Jack I don't even know how to say his fucking name, but were actually offended by this. They were just like, I can score some points now. Yeah. I'm fucking got a hard on because I can own the libs.
They're just like, trading scalps now. Which that...
Yeah, exactly. It's literally... Well, I mean, and you go on 4chan, and you really see they have a fucking hit list and, like, little check marks. Like, we got that one. We got that person. Like, it's this nothing to do with racism. It's only... I don't know if that's...
It always is off.
Okay, hold up. My audio cut out in the middle of John's rant, so we got to back up to the beginning.
Okay, so we did miss stuff.
Yeah.
No, we didn't. It's still on Twitch. We're talking on Twitch right now.
Okay.
You're just audio was off.
Oh, it's just my personal audio?
Literally just your audio. It
okay.
had a little
red
icon.
Cut out at point because I had to restart my program. But yeah.
All right, so Matt's computer fucked up. Where were we last at? Let's just
when TJ started telling TJ started the beginning of your stuff. And
perfect.
And then I'll just do a little special song for you.
Okay. So, speaking of lives that don't matter. I hate saying that again.
White people. White lives don't matter. I'm a self-hating white person. Let me just get the same jokes in. Let's just do it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch audience, we'll fix this live broadcast in post. But yeah, I am no longer working with GameStop. I've chosen to leave the company due to
creative differences,
mostly personal, physical issues. But you know, it's just time. It's time for me to not be in retail.
Yeah, it's a shit show.
I mean, nothing against GameStop. GameStop treated me pretty well.
No, but retail in general is just...
Hey, TJ, remember when we talked about how nobody works in retail anymore a couple weeks ago? What's going on?
I don't work in retail anymore.
That was actually last week, and I noticed TJ was intentionally being very quiet during that conversation.
When am I not quiet during conversation?
It was not public knowledge yet, so I was like,
yeah,
got to tread lightly a little bit here.
All right, so hashtag free TJ.
So hashtag free TJ. TJ no longer gets as much free stuff anymore.
I was about to say, you're not going to get any games anymore, TJ.
I know. I'm behind 2 of my pre-orders that I wouldn't have gotten free, but now I no longer get a discount. Because I want to play Octopath Traveler. Heard it's really good.
Yeah, I've heard mixed things.
And Mega Man X Legacy Collection, I do want to get that for the Xbox, but I do all my retro games on the Xbox. It's just easier for me.
Fair enough. Cool. Well, TJ, good luck on your future endeavors.
Yep. I've put in about 65 applications already.
Well, I'm sure you'll
being
get
lazy
something.
about it.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% being lazy.
What you should have done is gotten fired so you could collect unemployment, TJ.
Yeah. What I should have done is strung myself along for another month, so I could have gone to a conference and done all that stuff again.
Are you looking at like what general kind of genre of job are you looking at?
Yeah, TJ, let's help you find your future
so
career.
What I'm looking for in general, I'm going to start broad, and I'm going to kind of talk about the industries that I have applied to.
You should work at IT help desk, TJ.
That is one of the things. I want things that I don't have to be standing for like 5 hours on end at a time.
I get
getting a
hundreds of emails a week of recruiters asking me to be an IT person from like years ago when I actually did that.
I've already had 3 denials from ITs
They'll get
so
desperate.
far. Yeah,
trust me, TJ, because the pool is limited right now of applicants. So
I want something I could do mostly at a desk, but I can get up and about. I'm perfectly fine with that. I mean, I have a freelance job where I'm doing essentially kind of accounting and tax work. So I could do things in that realm. There's always getting some exams within the actuarial field, because if you don't have 1 or 2 exams already done, it's hard to even get that intro job. And then from there, they'll help you work through the rest of the exams, which are expensive.
Yeah, that's the fucking worst. When you see jobs that are like require, like, you know, not in your field, but like they'll be like medical jobs where it's like, oh, it requires you to be a certified lab technician. That's like, that's $1,000 certification.
Yeah,
like,
or it's like
bullshit.
It's like, okay, here's a total entry level job. This is the lowest level job that we have, but we won't take someone unless you've got 3 years in this field.
Yeah, but that's bullshit.
Yeah, 100%.
That's always bullshit. You just apply, and then you say...
I've been doing that.
Yeah, you don't ever listen to that. Just apply and literally say, I wasn't technically in the field, but my previous job experience gave me this, this, and this that applies to that. Like, that's how I got my job. Like, I literally never worked in the field that I'm in now, but I was just like, my old job, I did very similar things, and they, you know, so it, and the boss was like, yeah, sure.
And so far, the only callback I've gotten so far in this wave of applications, because listeners will know that I've had that interview over at the escape room place. But this callback was for an IT thing, but it was done through a recruiting agency.
Yeah.
And the bit, I mean, I really don't want to go through a recruiting agency for multiple...
I went through a recruiting agency for my current job.
Okay, but...
It was a direct hire. Like, there was no, like, working for the recruiting agency or anything with this one.
Yeah.
Direct placement.
So, I've talked about my employment history on on my first episode of this podcast as well.
You're a journeyman.
Yes. So when I was interviewing with the recruiter, this is what he told me after the whole thing. He's like, I see what you bring to the table. I see from talking to you that you could basically do anything I could provide to you. The hardest part is going to be me taking what I have here and being able to get you in front of these companies.
Yeah.
Because I have such a diverse but very sporadic career history.
Yeah. You gotta you'll get something. I mean, like, it'll happen. It's just the way it works. Like, you know, when it rains, it pours.
I know if you have a workplace that is looking for someone to work, I'm not saying to refer me, but I will gladly apply.
And use you as a reference.
Or that too.
You can use me as a reference, TJ.
And me. I don't know if it'll get you anything.
Did we work together at the IT help desk?
Yeah, I never worked. I never worked at the help desk.
We actually worked together, but we both worked there.
Yeah, Matt and I could do that. Well, anyways, you don't even have to do it like as that. You can just say, I don't even know what you'd put me as, but I would say good things.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, the way I always put references is I'll say what your job title is.
Yeah.
And we kind of have a career together.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm attempting to earn you money through Patreon. Patreon.com/born in the 80s.
Go to patreon.com/born in the 80s.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Matt gets some of that money. I probably shouldn't do it the way I'm doing it, but Matt gets some of the money. Because
because that circles back into my Patreon.
Yeah, it does actually, because it pulls it out of your Patreon earnings account first.
Nice.
So, which is great because Patreon's getting a cut twice then.
Yeah.
Which is probably not the best way to do that, but whatever. But
I'm trying to sign up for that. So TJ was talking about not getting as much free stuff, and this is what this website.
It's not even just the free stuff. I want to play a variety of games.
What's it called?
I've been doing.
Keymailer.com. I'm going through the sign up process. Just like while you were doing that story, I was able to get signed up pretty much all the way. I have to try and remember what my Steam login is, and that's proven to be a problem.
I'm gonna Google search. Wow, when I type in keymailer.com, a very sketchy website comes up. So, are you sure that that's what it's called?
Does it have a picture of a dude with a beard?
You
at the
ass
bottom
wipe! It's keymailer.co.
Whatever.
I'm getting a fucking like virus now because I clicked on that.
Keymailer.co.
I need to trim my fucking mustache. Sorry, it's going in my nose constantly and it's itching. I have nose hair too.
Clean shaven.
Just so you know.
Clean shaven.
Clean.
I got a little stubble right now. Yep.
Fresh and clean, baby. So fresh, so clean.
Speaking of that, if Dollar Shave Club wants to sponsor us, I've been a loyal Dollar Shave Club customer for a while, and I will talk them up for. But no, because we got Corner Shave. We've got them.
Oh yeah, Corner Shave. Give us some fucking cash.
I need to switch over to them, and then we'll talk about them all the time.
That's true. I have a.
But they have to give us money.
I have a Corner Shave razor, but I don't use it.
You barely trim.
Not that. But I do the neck, but I use a straight razor.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Because I can never go back to not using a straight razor.
Oh yeah,
like you get it all in one pass.
Once you get that precision, you don't need
literally using one of those again. I'm sure it's a great razor, but like having to go over the same area like 6 times to get every piece of stubble is just tedious. Whereas with a straight razor, you just literally like wipe, done. It takes like 2 minutes. Anyway, do you want to know what John was doing in 2008?
What?
When I started
yes,
tweeting?
I want to know another thing John was doing in 2008.
Oh man! Oh, there's a link to view on Twitter, but you won't be able to now because
it's not there.
Never mind, it's still there. Tweet delete didn't delete my tweets, Matt. Just so you know.
Did it make them private though?
No. Oh, maybe.
You can see them, but we can't.
Maybe only I can see them. But Matt, when you use tweet delete, does your number of tweets like really low now?
I think so. Yeah.
I think Matt's tweets are really low. Yeah.
Mine is not.
Yeah,
it still says I
think it might have
tweets.
been a setting that I had to click to actually. Yeah, so I have just 25 tweets.
This is insane. It didn't delete my tweets. So.
Well, you didn't read close enough.
When I go to their website, it says I already have it activated. So I don't know what to do. Anyway, I don't really care that much because I don't really have anything on here. But I'm just saying, okay, so April 29th, 2008. Do you want to know what my first tweet ever was?
Was it, I'm making a ham sandwich?
Was it about pooping?
No, but it is about food. All about eating broccoli and dill dip.
That sounds kind of gross.
What a lame... Well, it was broccoli, the pieces of raw broccoli in dill dip, which I love. Anyway... Tweet number 2.
That is not the... Alright, I call bullshit. Best creamy dip is French onion dip.
Okay.
All day long.
I like...
Specifically Dean's
dips.
French onion dip?
Mm-hmm.
Like, cheese dips are good too.
Here we go. We got a couple other... There's some really interesting tweets here. Let's just go through... like the past Twitter of John because I think it's really interesting. because it was a different way of viewing the world. So this was April 2008. I was still in college. This is my last year. I was graduating, as you'll see with the tweets. This is like fucking the fucking koozie corner right now. Waiting for San Andreas to install on his computer.
It's at least you notes of that.
I am very glad it is warming up again. Okay, and this is the other thing about Twitter. Back in like 2008, people would tweet like blank, like, and then like I'll show you. Loves a well-made tuna fish sandwich, especially when made on a croissant. Because the idea is it's saying like John Danger loves a well-made, because like everyone's doing
that's
it
how
that way.
Facebook status is used.
Exactly. Yes. Yep. So, trying to make some custom soundtracks for GTA San Andreas on his computer. John Danger just made a malted milk mix and popcorn. Great success. That is an awesome thing, by the way. It's called Wopcorn. It's delicious.
Is that racist?
That sounds delicious.
It's not racist because it's talking about Whoppers, the candy.
Yes.
It's spelled with a W-H-O-P.
Okay.
Wopcorn. So you have to say. You have
to take that out of the file then.
Whop.
Whop.
Yeah, you got to get that H in there when you say it so people understand. John Danger caught a spider and named him Jacobius, but he is sad and he can't keep him in a jar. So
wait, is John sad or the spider?
I think both.
Oh, okay.
Because I can't keep him in the jar, and he's sad that he's in a jar. I am tired and dreading doing some of the last homework he will ever have. Oh, I changed perspectives in the middle of that.
Shit.
I really don't know what to think about that. Does it say what time of day it was, too? I think it just says the date back then. I think it just says... No! 1:49 p.m. Wow. Seemed like a late night tweet. All right, here's another cryptic tweet. Had a delicious chicken dinner cooked by a good friend. Subtweet. And I am contemplating in my bed currently. What? Thinking about that chicken dinner I just had. Contemplating.
I did not make that one.
No, I don't know who did.
Guarantee it wasn't me.
I'm going to sleep now. Going to watch some Simpsons first, though. This was at 12:29 a.m. in May.
When did you start the podcast?
Like 2006.
When did this podcast start?
2010.
Okay. So you're not even at that point in the
2011. Not looking forward to doing sound for 6 characters, which must have been a show I was doing the sound for at college. 2 more times, and then strike on Saturday. Done with another day of classes. Weekend time, baby! Like, what? Oh, this is great. This is great humor right here. John fucking cutting it up on comedian Twitter with this next beauty. I am safe after my first solo excursion to Trader Joe's. Alas, my beaver pelts were not sufficient barter. Cash was required.
Because it's like a trader.
Trader.
Like a trading post. Get it?
Yeah. I wrote, in the sound booth, I think my stage manager is dying of a cough. I also like my tweet earlier, awake. That's just it.
Thanks for the update, Past John.
2:15 p.m.
Is this Twitter or is this AOL status messages?
I know. Well, that was the thing. It was like so early on.
We didn't know yet. We were just...
John Danger is fucking with the play finally. All right.
We were just communicating in the form that we always had, which was AOL away messages.
Oh, this is good. I just saw the tiniest baby rabbit ever. It seriously could have fit in the palm of my hand. Sometimes the world is just awesome. Well, there's a good tweet. Also, Iron Man ruled.
See, the best part about you deleting all of these tweets is that now you can repost them and no one will know they're old tweets. So you don't have to have any new thoughts like for at least
just redo
8 years.
It's just a rerun of 2008 John now.
Classic John. Start a new Twitter account called Classic John that retweets everything the same
like
day.
Random old tweets. Like, oh yeah, okay. At the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I like this one. John Danger is dancing because he got some digits. That's funny.
How'd that work out?
I mean, it didn't, but the person is still a friend, but now she's married and has like 3 kids.
I have some digits too.
Yeah, I got hands. That's what I wrote about.
Yeah. Look at all of my digits.
Dreading more homework. Oh, here's some wisdom. John Danger. Another day. ... Another dollar. I love this too because I probably had 0 followers. You're just saying shit into the ether, but that was the point of Twitter back then.
You're just shouting into the abyss.
You know, I mean, that's what it is now. But the abyss is actually like the Lovecraftian abyss of like hell and like other dimensions of
the abyss
pain.
that shouts back.
Yeah. Let's see here. School's out for summer. ... School's out forever. For real this time. I graduated.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I just won Best Actor in a Leading Role for Edgewood Theater 07-08 season. Yay, I remember that.
Oh no.
I won a Best Actor award in college.
In an unrelated story, I just found a picture of a chess set made out of taxidermied mice. So...
Okay.
So that's... I had to share that so that could infect your brains too. And all of our listeners' brains.
Here's an evergreen tweet from John in 2008. I love waking up at 11 a.m. Yeah. I wish I could do that.
Yeah, me too.
Death Race 2000 is quite possibly the best movie ever made. Instead of seeing Speed Racer, rent this movie. Speed Racer is really good too, in a different way, but also Death Race 2000 is great. Oh yeah, okay. These tweets are not in order. I think that Twitter's fucked up here because I don't think it had like timestamps on old tweets in like 2008.
Yeah.
Because some of these are out of order. Because I wrote, so I just caught a rabbit outside. Yeah, he was real friendly. Obviously, I lost pets, so I'm taking him to the Humane Society. And that was after Off to the Humane Society, so I think those are flipped. Feels really good after doing that good deed. I hope Mr. Rabbit finds a nice home. He's very friendly. Yeah, because I just found a fucking rabbit outside. It was like black and white. And he like walked right up to us, and I was like,
yeah,
let's take it, because it's clearly a pet that got out, so hopefully
it's one of those wild Dutch show rabbits. That are so common here.
I love Prince Caspian, apparently. Remember the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movies?
Yeah, I saw that one. That was it.
I graduated with a BS in biology, baby. Oh yeah, a week at home with no internet. What is this, the Stone Ages? I'm at a library now. I feel like I'm in middle school again. Yeah, because my parents still had dial-up in 2008.
God, that sounds awful.
Yeah, they finally didn't. I mean, you like can't even get that anymore. Then I talked about watching The Office, the British one, and the stuff I had downloaded on my computer. I don't know. This is great, though. Oh my god, I'm referencing MySpaces. Anyway. Time for the first day of my work. Oh yeah, it's my work at Epic. Wish me luck. Here's a good one. Twitter me timbers.
That's gold. That's timeless gold.
Tornado or like Bornado. Yeah.
I really respect your commitment to the character of guy who tweets lame jokes.
Oh yeah. Here's ugh ... That's just a tweet. Oh, here's me and Adam Ham arguing about Dungeons and Dragons 4th edition and about how I think it's bad. Because it was bad. They admit it was bad.
Yeah, isn't that like universally maligned?
Not universally maligned, because people were way into it, and I got a lot of new people in, but it turned D&D into like a card like game, like a miniatures and cards game.
Okay, yeah.
Most people right now are either into 3.5 or 5.0.
5.0 is better. But no, I play Pathfinder, which is like
some of the people just go back to AD&D. So
yeah, I literally wrote how much AD&D was better than 4.0. But anyway, it was yeah, because Pathfinder is basically 3.5.5. So
I've never played tabletop.
Oh, I tweeted about ice being found on Mars, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, well, now we got oceans, so we're moving.
Aren't people trying to abolish ice, though?
Yeah,
here's me tweeting about.
Earth.
Here's me tweeting about the band that Lance and I were in.
Oh, God, what was it called? What was it called?
Oh, the MySpace page doesn't exist anymore for it.
Don't tell me. I want to try and remember what the band was called. No, I've lost it. It's gone. It's lost to history.
I also just wrote drunk. You know, like with 8 U's and 8 R's and 8 N's and 8 K's. Oh, I was sad that George Carlin had died.
That was 10 years ago?
Yeah.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh my god, the Nerd Alert website. That's like a real thing now. We should have kept that URL. Because I think like joystick.com uses that now or something. But we had, one of my friends had a website on that, and we did podcasts on that actually. That's pre-Born in the 80s podcasts. We did a podcast where we talked about Star Trek's movies 1 through 3. So, that's some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, nerdalert.com is a company that teaches you how to repair things, I guess.
Yep. Well, that could still be my friend because he now is an IT like person, so he could own that legitimately as a thing. But I liked Wally. I talked about Diablo 3. That game is that old, Matt.
Yeah.
2008. Isn't that crazy?
Man, I can't wait for Diablo 4.
Anyway,
It's never coming out.
I talk about how much I liked Adobe Audition because I can I actually made our shitty audio. By the way, we recorded our audio for our band in oh fucking A. All the music is still on last.fm though. So I will share that out.
What's the band called?
I will tell you in a second. I just want to finish my thought about how we recorded it. It was recorded on a Microsoft Life Chat headset USB microphone, pointed with a little like the headset TJ is wearing right now, pointed at the guitar, or I would sing into it holding it. It actually sounded pretty fucking good when I ran it through Adobe Audition, because I would run it through studio, recording studio reverb setting, and put some audio vocals compression on. And it actually sounded pretty fucking good. But the band was called Big Bang Love. But Big Bang Love is actually from...
There it is.
So it's a Takashi Miike movie that Lance and I both thought was a funny name for a movie. So we thought it was a cool band name. So we took it. I wonder if you can actually play these on last.fm. If they still have them. Oh, no, we don't have audio.
Yeah, I can't play it because I...
Oh, it's lost forever. It's not because I saved all of it. Because I never delete anything I create. Because why would anyone do that? Yeah, my old tweets are kind of cringeworthy. But also, I did them. Oh my god, there's band photos. The photos! Have you seen the photos on last.fm?
I'm looking at them right now.
Oh, they're good!
You want to screen share that shit?
Oh, they're so good. Yes, if you don't watch the podcast live, you can go on the YouTube channel that Matt has and see this. This is the good one. This is the album cover right here.
That's fucking great.
This is an Adam Hams taking this photo. And this is in his old apartment building because it looked like fucking industrial. And his basement, this is the basement, looked really run down. Look at Lance.
Yeah.
This is he's half that size now. It's insane. Here's Lance looking cool.
Lance
That's a cool one.
In a doorway.
Yeah, it's an elevator. And then this is him playing and me giving him $1. My fucking broke ass blue jeans that I'm wearing. Oh fuck! I still have that shirt though. I like that shirt. I still wear that shirt.
It got pretty artistic there in the second to the last one.
Yeah, it was a little black and white filter on that. Creepy Hallway, that one's called. Dark West cover. That was the name of our album, Dark West. Man's first meeting. This is how we met. He was in a basement. He was in a basement playing guitar. Because just to describe this photo, Lance is playing guitar, sitting on the concrete floor in the corner of a basement with his little guitar case opened, and I'm throwing it. I believe that is a $1 bill. Would you like to see on my hand here? I don't know if I can zoom in, but this is. Get the fuck out of here, ad blocker thing. I'm wearing a ring because I used to wear a ring on my right hand, but I lost that ring at some point. So, anyway.
Big Bang Love is an acoustic rock band formed in Madison, Wisconsin in 2008. Yep. The members of the band currently consist of the two founding members, Lance Kilcoyne and John Rowe. Free tracks are available to download just about everywhere. Feel free to trade them with your friends and spread the word of Big Bang Love. Big Bang Love is currently in the formative stages and will not be touring until we get a complete set list figured out. Until then, enjoy the rough demos.
Oh, fuck, man.
So when's that tour?
I don't know.
So you had mentioned that a pre-Born on the 80s podcast existed where you were going through the Star Trek movies. Something tells me we need to have a classic bite reunion. We need to finish the reviews of the Fast and the Furious movies.
Oh, that's true.
Because
we stopped at 7, I think. Yeah, we didn't watch the newest one.
Was it 7?
Yeah, we did. We watched Paul Walker drive off into the sunset. I don't know if I have that music. It'll take some digging for me to find all that old music. I might have uploaded it because I have Google Play Music that archives all of my stuff. I'm going to Google search on there. Anyway, yeah, I mean, TJ, continue your thought. Sorry, I'm looking it up.
No, I'm just... We need to get the old crew back together and finish the Fast and Furious movies.
We're getting the crew back together for one last job. We're gonna watch the latest movie.
Which Fate of the Furious, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh God, is there an
F8
8 in the title?
Of the Furious?
Fuck you.
Yep.
Yeah, you better believe they did that.
Fuck you.
Alright.
Because number 6 was Fast and Furious. Number 5 was Fast
Furious.
5. And Furious 7 was the 7th one?
Fast 5 sounds like a sampler platter at like TGI Fridays.
Sounds delicious. As long as there's some like mozzarella sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, there's got to be mozzarella sticks. Always.
Gotta have that mozz sticks.
Spinach dip.
And if it's a sampler, there's got to be one thing that nobody likes.
Cabbage.
Fried calamari? That's the fried calamari.
No, fried calamari is good shit though.
It is. You can fry everything. It's delicious.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Anything fried is automatically great.
Fried pickles, those are probably the best.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was around 2008 when I actually, no, I was already living down here, but maybe it was then, or maybe earlier than that, when I went to, there's this restaurant at the former, it's called Hollywood Hotel because the name of the surrounding city down here in Mississippi is Hollywood. It's near Tunica, and it was my first time having fried frog legs.
Yeah.
Those were actually quite good.
I've heard
really
they're
enjoyed
chickeny, and not in like the cliche way where everything tastes like chicken, but legitimately chickeny.
Chickeny with a little bit of like fish twang.
Yeah.
It's aquatic.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I've heard that like amphibians are like chicken and fish combined, and reptiles are like chicken but rubberier. like Tougher Bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But speaking of 2008, I would just like everyone to know that I'm so 3008 and you're so 2000 and late. I got that boom, boom, boom. That future boom, boom, boom. Let me get it now.
Yeah. Did the Black Eyed Peas ever sing a song that wasn't about going to a party or partying?
That one song, Party Time, is about a funeral.
Oh, okay. They really throw you off with the title of that one.
And I Love to Party All the Time is actually about the intricacies of global trade.
Oh, okay. I need to find my Big Bang Love music because I'm like desperately searching on my thing here, and I know I saved it at some point, and now I'm scared that I can't find it.
Well, anyway. While you do that, I can talk about a game that I played.
Yes.
Yes, please do.
I've been playing it on my phone, but it's on Steam and stuff too. It's called Card Quest. It's a little card battle game where you it's got this real neat like pixelated art style, and what I like about it is you don't have to like earn cards or like assemble a deck. You just pick, you have like your main deck and then your secondary deck, and that's it. So the only assembly option is what those two are going to be to combine to your full deck. And you earn new decks as you're going, but it's never just like one card piecemeal at a time. So it's just like super simple game that is a lot of fun to pick up. That is Card Quest, available everywhere for $9.99. Questions? No questions. All right.
No in-app purchases then?
No,
it's just a full game.
Yeah, it's even on mobile, it's just like you buy it and you've got it. I think it was
any PvP or is it all single player?
It's all versus computer.
Okay.
And it's like set levels similar to like if you played a Hearthstone, they're like adventure story mode stuff. It's like that.
Okay.
So if you die or whatever, you know exactly what you're gonna face the next time you try to, so you can kind of like tailor your deck around it.
Okay.
Did you find it, John?
You need to tell me where this is, though. I've got a song. What fucking folder is it? D Music Lead Eye. Oh yeah, we changed the name of our band from Big Bang Love because it was
I knew there was something with lead in it.
You fuck off. No wonder I couldn't find it. Oh, Lead Eye might still be on the internet to be able to stream.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I need to grab something to drink and charge my phone.
Okie doke.
Okadokada.
Okay.
Oh, now I'm looking for Lead Eye. Lead Eye, 2 listeners. That sounds right.
It's all here.
My Bible stopped a bullet. Is that you?
No. If you listen to it, you're just like, obviously the production quality is shitty.
Yeah.
But also, it's amazing how good it is.
But you know,
for being recorded on a headset microphone.
They've got heart is the main thing. And that's all you really need in this business.
Yeah, so I've got 13 track LP EP maybe, because it's like seriously like 30 minutes because each song's like 2 minutes long. Dying Ain't Much of a Livin' is a pretty good name for a song. But like admittedly Lance is not great at guitar and I can't play guitar at all. Like he's okay at guitar, but like, you know, he's like can't do any solos or anything, you know, like he can do some rhythm sections pretty good, but
yeah. I like that you went for this like real folksy kind of blue collar style of like almost Springsteen-esque naming conventions for everything.
You know what my favorite thing about the song Rainy Dog is? Sorry, I'll play one of these songs. We've done this on the podcast before.
You should send that whole goddamn folder to me and I'll put it on my soundboard.
I will. So you can like go through and get like fucking parts where I like my voice cracks or something while I'm singing.
Yeah.
But anyway, most of the singing was done in like one take, you know, like because it was just like rough demos, and it actually sounds pretty good. But in the song "Rainy Dog," there's a wind whistling that's me doing that, like going. It actually sounds pretty good. To be fair, I was a Foley artist and lead singer on that song.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna make this into a zip file. So let me just do that. What was the name of it? Lead Eye. It's called "Losing the Devil's Trust." Is the name of the album.
You got the names down. I'll give you that.
So the reason why this doesn't exist anymore, the band, is 100% Lance. Because he basically was like, I'm not going to have John in my band anymore. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to do all of the singing and all of the guitar playing. And so he like just broke off and was like, I don't want to do our band anymore. I want to be just me. And that was
solo.
That was like legitimately like a friendship breaking moment almost, because it was literally like we were doing this fun thing together, and then you were like, I don't want to do this anymore with you. I'm gonna just do it myself. You know what I mean? It was like we can't work together. Because like Lance is a guy who needs a lot of creative control over any project he works on. So I was not able to be doing exactly what he wanted all the time. So I guess it wasn't enough for him. But I guess he wanted to be a solo act. You know, he just had to kick me to the curb. Dick. Well, anyway,
fuck that guy.
I remember. Specifically too, that he was like really interested, but when the band was like gonna break up, like I was still like mastering, air quotes, the album. He was very interested in learning how to use Adobe Audition on my computer and how to do the recording, because he was also recording his like guitar parts separate, or I'd leave the room, you know, just for silence. And so then like. I would go to work, and then I would come back, and he would have like recorded on my computer, and it was very obvious that he tried to hide this, but it was very badly hidden.
It was in a folder labeled porn.
Yeah, exactly, and it was not my porn folder. He made a separate one, you know, that equally but it was just like, well, it was obvious because like you just look at the history of Adobe Audition, it's got all this weird shit on it. And, like I never really confronted him about it, but I just started locking my computer when I was not home. Like, I was just like... So I just imagined there was a afternoon while I was at work that Lance walked into my room and, like, went to go on my computer with his guitar, and it was just like, oh, I need John's login now to get into this computer. And then he never mentioned it again to me, and then he bought his own, like, 4-track recorder. It was like... It was just like I had no bad feelings now. I mean, we're different people. It was, like, stupid. Because it was a dumb band that never really existed outside of us fucking around. But, like, the gall of him to just be like, I'm going to kick you out of the band, but I'm still going to use your computer to record. Without asking. You know, like... and I wouldn't have let him. Because that's how mad I was. I'm like, nah, figure it out yourself. Like, you can't just use me for the technology and then, like, kick me out, so... But anyway... I think he was recording. He actually didn't have a 4-track. He had a cassette player, like from Goodwill or something, with like a microphone.
Well, there are like cassette.
It's basically the same thing. Yeah, no, but then he got a real one, like a real like $90 one that had like the actual like setup and everything, not just like one of those big cassette ones. Which I mean works if you're just recording demos, just to like get the song figured out, you know. But whatever. Anyway. It was just funny because he would just go off to his room and just be playing guitar and singing. And I'm not going to say, well, I'm a pretty good singer. I shouldn't sell myself short. I had a scholarship to sing in college.
Sing me something.
I've sung professionally.
Sing me an inspiring song.
All right, Matt is a dick, and he is a little asshole.
That
He
sounds
is a
right.
guy.
That's not technically impressive or like the right kind of feel that I was going for. But,
oh, well, you know, you get what you pay for, which was nothing.
Yep.
So, no, but anyway, Lance is not a trained singer, just to say the least. So, I don't know. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he's definitely never had a singing lesson. So, it's rough.
I hope we get like a diss track from Lance in response to this, and we can start a feud.
If he cares about this, I apologize. I just assume we both didn't give a crap because we both kind of sucked. So,
Lance, record a diss track. I'll put some sweet beats behind it.
All right.
Some
My
808s
name is
and
John, and I'm
heartbreaks.
here to say Lance was stealing my computer in a major way. That's the first. I'll talk about how he has a child, a secret love child.
Yeah.
And like just go way too far with it.
Yeah. Make fun of his manager for like having a horrible disease.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I don't get Drake. It's so corny.
He was so good in that TV show on Canada.
It's so corny, people. Why do you listen to Drake? Drake is so corny.
My name is Drake, and I'm here to say I like to rap in a wholesome way.
It's not even wholesome, but it's just like, we had so much. We were at the bottom when I was living with my upper middle class parents.
And I was
child
on a
acting.
TV show.
Like, what? You never, you know what I mean? Like, they're fucking people that were drug dealers that, like, use their musical career to build themselves out of the projects. You fucking lived in white Canada in your, like, fucking suburb. Like, go to your private school. Come on.
No. He says clearly in the song he started from the bottom. And now he's here.
Well, the bottom of the upper middle class rung.
I guess if you turn the map upside down, Canada's kind of like to the bottom of the United States.
That's true. Well, actually, technically, if he's from Toronto, sorry, I have to say it correctly.
Toronto.
If he's actually from Toronto, Toronto is near the bottom of Canada.
Okay. We started
You know what I mean?
So he wasn't being disingenuous. He was just not clear enough in what he meant. What he meant was we started from the bottom of Canada, which is actually a pretty good place to start, and now we're here, which is just a different place.
I forgot that Detroit is basically almost in Canada.
Yeah.
I always, like, never think about that, but, like, Detroit is one small bridge away from Canada. Because I forgot Canada connects at the bottom of Michigan as well as the top of the UP. But yeah, Toronto is the largest southern city in Canada. Because there's like a couple like Kitchener and Brantford and Hamilton, which are close, or Niagara Falls, but they're not like big like Toronto is. So yeah, I mean, like, because like, you know, you could go all the way up to like Edmonton. That's really far north.
Yeah.
You know, that's much more up on the map. So Toronto is almost at the exact same like latitudinal line as Madison. It's about even with Wisconsin Dells. That's how far north the Toronto is. It's barely even in Canada. That's all I'm saying.
So we could just drive east and end up in Canada?
I mean, if the lakes weren't in the way, yeah.
Your car doesn't drive on lakes?
No, I don't have that upgrade yet.
If anybody asks, I'm about to pull an Adam.
Okay.
You gonna fall asleep?
Yeah.
Why are you asleep? Why?
Because
where are you right now, TJ?
I'm in Mississippi.
Why? You fled GameStop to Mississippi?
Well, basically, this was a week I already had vacation scheduled, and I'm still getting paid out for most of that vacation time.
Nice.
So we're still doing this because...
So you're getting paid right now.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
And this is the time we already scheduled to come down to visit my mother. And we were going to leave today to come down here, like early in the morning, but we ended up leaving last night at 8 p.m. So we got here at 5 in the morning.
Oh, nice.
I got a good 4.5 hours of sleep before I got the sounds of my little ones Daddy!
Did you drive
Can
straight?
you set up that switch? The TV part.
Oh, okay. They wanted to. Oh,
Yeah.
your kids are with you. You're not alone.
Yes, it's my wife and kids are all with me.
Oh,
We planned this for months.
I'm sorry,
children.
Oh, it's all right. But I
joking.
drove all but 1 hour of the drive, so
you're very tired.
a little bit. But I still wanted to do this.
No, good. I'm glad. Thank you for your
week.
commitment.
Yeah. I was
Would
in
you like-
Iowa earlier today.
Oh,
but
yeah,
I
why?
didn't have to drive. My cousin was
Iowa?
getting married. It was,
Ooh.
man, it was a very rural place.
Yeah, I mean,
I tell you that. It was.
For a second, my first instinct was going to say, fuck your cousin, but I don't want to even imply anything incestuous.
No, I think that's somebody else's job.
Yeah,
now,
your cousin's cool.
officially, they're
Yeah.
now allowed to.
Yep.
Obviously,
Okay.
they didn't before because that would have been
In
illegal.
front of God and everyone. Yep. Yeah.
Dude.
Here's the okay. So this may not play well outside of Wisconsin, but John will get me.
Okay.
This is the first wedding I've been to in a long time where the free beer was not Spotted Cow because they don't sell outside of Wisconsin.
Yep.
It was Busch Light.
Woo!
Yeah.
At my wedding,
Those
the free beers were Bud Light and I think Spotted Cow.
Yeah, you had Spotted Cow. But then they
No,
they had something wrong with the taps or something, and they kept like switching the free beer on you.
Yeah, well, they just the tap was broken for the Bud Light, so they just were serving Peroni, I believe, the Italian beer, and they just
Italian
charged us
Bud Light.
Yeah, basically, but they charge us the same price they would have for Bud Light. They're just like, you paid for you wanted the Bud Light, we couldn't get it to work, so we're just going to give you another keg that we have here on site for the same price. So that was
I feel
really
like
cool,
we're
man.
just real spoiled up here. Because Spotted
man,
Cow's just so cheap.
I've got an important
It's
question.
so cheap
to ask.
and so good for like a summer, just
Yeah.
easy drinking beer.
What's your
So
question,
this
TJ?
is also gonna be another Wisconsin thing. Now, first of all,
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. How Wisconsin were the people getting married? Even though this was in Iowa, are they very Wisconsin? Are they not very Wisconsin?
Not very at all. What the groom is from Iowa, and
Okay.
he so to give perspective, when my uncle the bride's dad was given his speech, one of the first things he said was, she came home, she's like, I met this guy, I think we're gonna be good friends, but he's just a little bit too hillbilly for me. So that's the vibe.
Okay.
All right.
What I was gonna say is, Wisconsin weddings are not. The weddings are never complete unless the chicken dance is played. Was there a chicken dance at this wedding?
I don't think so. I wasn't directly in the dance room. It was one of them barn weddings everyone's doing. All those assholes in barns.
We did that.
But it was like, it was nice out enough that once the meal was over, I just went outside and drank and just hung out there for the rest of the night.
That sounds cool.
So like I could hear the music and every once in a while I'd recognize the song, but I did not hear a chicken dance.
I don't think we played the chicken dance at my wedding. I don't remember it.
Your wedding, I had
Sad.
to just go home and pass out like almost as soon as the meal was over.
Yeah, you got a meal.
I was just like,
You were there for the part where you had to stand in front of everyone.
Yeah.
Adam also left, so I literally had just my brother there.
Oh man, Adam didn't
left.
even have an excuse.
No, he went home and changed. He went back to the hotel and changed, and then came back in his street clothes. It's crazy to me. Like, all right. I was like, I'm not going to make you stay. And you're like, he was like asking if you could go. And I was like, it's totally fine. Like, but he was gone for like a good hour and a half. So it was like a 30-minute drive, So it was like.
Oh yeah, because I think he was still gone when I was leaving.
Yeah.
So I just assumed he was gone for good. Yeah. What else happened this weekend for me? I ate some popcorn that was white cheddar flavored. That was really exciting.
Ooh. Wow.
And I drank a lot of beer, like a lot of beer. And then
bees.
This is a little bit Wisconsin-y. This morning there was like a gift opening thing that we went to before we left Iowa. I keep wanting to say Idaho, but it was Iowa. And I had some Bloody Mary with little hair of the dog, and I did not hate it. It was actually pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't get into Bloody Marys.
I tried them like a long time ago and I hated it, but this time I don't know. Maybe
it's one of those things.
Yeah, maybe you just get older and
yeah. I mean, it definitely your tastes do change. As
your
you get
tongue
older,
starts to die, and then you like all kinds.
You
of
need the
fucking
Tabasco sauceness of the fucking Bloody Mary to just get your mouth going.
Yeah. But that time I had already had a cocktail of like Excedrin and Aleve and some nasal spray because my sinuses always just like lock up when I'm drinking for whatever reason. So I was rolling on all that, and then sure, why not throw a bunch of tomatoes and a shot of vodka and with that.
Yeah, why not? Except for I'm not a big tomato juice fan at all.
Some dilly beans and pickles. Some olives.
Oh, that sounds so good though. Like, cause I love everything that goes into that. Cause
Yeah.
like the Bloody Mary is literally like, here is some tomato juice, some vodka, like Worcestershire, like all the things they put in there. And then on top of it's a pickle. I love fucking pickles. Like in Wisconsin, they'll put a beef stick in sometimes.
Yeah.
Like a cheese curd.
Curds, the deep fried kind.
And like all this stuff, it's like all this amazing snack food on top of your drink. Like that sounds like heaven to me. Other than I don't like tomato juice very much, but maybe I just need to get a better one, you know?
Or you could adapt a recipe that I just found on Google called the dill pickle martini. And you could put all that shit.
Oh, is it pickle juice in there?
It's ice, dill pickle juice, vodka, and pickle spears, and I'm assuming like throw in whatever you want.
There's no vermouth in there.
Nope.
Gotta have a splash of dry vermouth in there
Nah.
for it to be a martini.
Nah. So it's like a dirty martini, but pickles.
A really dirty martini.
It's like a real nasty. They should call it the nasty martini.
It's a band on Twitch martini.
It's a grody martini.
Let's talk about my neighborhood, man.
Oh fuck! Where did I put that?
Matt.
Please won't you be my neighbor?
Aww.
I love that bumper.
Me too. All right, so I just want to talk. I'm just gonna throw this out here, and I want your first reactions. Help wanted. One person needed for apartment cleaning. 8:15, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. $20/cash. Transportation offered. All materials, lunch and beverages supplied. Please email me your full name, social security number, date of birth, description of similar work done in the past, and reference contact information for 3 unrelated adults. Please only apply if you can give the job your full attention for the full day. It could be hot and sticky. It will definitely be hard work. No children under 18 years allowed on site. Thanks. Blank at gmail.com.
That's identity
Question.
theft.
What is this?
I don't know.
I still think it might be crime scene cleanup, but for that little? Really?
No, yeah, crime scene cleanup, they get paid a shit ton.
I just love how
Is it
little.
$20 for the whole day?
$20 for an entire day of work.
Also, just send me your social security number.
Yeah, and references for cleanup?
3 references. Not 1, not 2, but 3 references.
Here, I've got.
I saved a screenshot because I was assuming this would get deleted.
3 references. I've got my willy, my left nut, and my right nut. Those are my 3 references.
DJ's painting mostly with the color blue tonight.
Yes, I'm sorry. Mostly because some of my last guests were infected with BOFA.
Oh, what's BOFA?
Oh, for these nuts.
Yeah, I knew that. I was setting you up for that one.
Yeah.
I had to let you have that. It's too good.
Except for, I don't know if they actually, I think they either used Ligma or whatever the, they used Ligma. Ligma was what they used. I'm the one who used the BOFA.
So you're an innovator, you're a trailblazer.
And then I went back to the old school one and added an updog.
Oh, what's up, dog?
Not much. What's up with you?
Shut up!
You're just feeding me today, and all I'm doing is sleeping.
I like tired TJ.
Oh man!
I wish I would have been able to save this because I can't seem to be able to find this one again.
Okay, let me just work through this ad though.
Okay.
Because originally what I was thinking was that
I think this is an orgy.
Well, like a weird quote unquote modeling situation.
Yeah.
But
$20 though.
$20.
Seems wrong.
I feel it threw me off when they asked for the social security number. That really seems like it's just kind of an attempt to get some social security numbers, I guess, and everything else.
I mean, I can't believe
padding.
that someone would email a stranger the social security number. Like,
well, mine is 5, so don't steal my identity.
I'm just looking up this person's name now and searching because I would love to see if I could find this again. Yeah, they deleted the post. It was funny because they got really defensive in the comments. I wish I would have screenshot of the comments because someone was like, that's way less than minimum wage that you're asking people to work for at $20 cash. You know, and they were like, well, you know, it's just a one-time thing, and like, it's just like, wow. And it's like, why do you need their social security numbers?
Maybe like, they wanted to run.
We're not looking for. We're looking for real people who are interested, not like. It's just like, what is this like?
Or okay,
what?
here's my 2 thoughts. Well, maybe they wanted to run a background check, or maybe they're super paranoid about hiring undocumented house cleaners.
I mean, I guess it's just so weird. And it's first off, it's just one person they need. They just want one person.
Nope.
Transportation offered. All materials, lunch and beverages supplied. So there's just one person. They're just going to hand you a fucking sandwich and a drink and be like, get at it. You got 1 day. Description of similar work done in the past. Like, I'm sorry. Can't you just order a fucking maid service, you cheapskate?
Not for $20 a day.
Yeah, exactly. Like because I was looking at and because when I was searching next door, there are other people that were recommending like a local Monona, like maid service. What? I don't live in Monona.
Okay, no. So I looked up this person's name because you have a screenshot.
Yes.
And I found a letter to the editor for the Cap Times titled, "What's with pedestrians walking in the street? Dear editor, what's the deal with pedestrians in the street, on ice, snow, often in heavy traffic, and even in the dark? People are choosing to use the street rather than the sidewalk for their jog or walkies. Is that legal? It certainly seems dangerous. I was already rear-ended once this winter for stopping for an illegal pedestrian jaywalking into traffic. No injuries, thankfully. And am a little nervous about the next time it's going to get like dodgem cars out there. Could we quit this?"
Who is this person? I'm gonna call her KL.
Dodgem cars?
Yeah, that's what they call it. Okay. All right, KL. Here's a NBC 15 Madison headline from 2008. Let me find her name in this article. Okay, here we go. What's the name of this? Buried under bills. Have you ever had to choose between your next trip to the grocery store and a checkup at the doctor's office? This is 2008. How much better are we now? More and more people are getting buried under health care bills. We're not talking about the poor or uninsured. The healthcare system is getting more expensive, but in some cases, back and forth between your doctor and the health insurance company can cost you more than you actually owe, which is what I'm going through right now. NBC 15's Sarah Carson has inspired her own story, feeling buried under bills, after routine procedures and checkups. We found one local woman who took on the system and won, and hopes to help others learn from her experience. KL, this is the person who wrote my next door thing, went for a routine checkup when she turned 50. But a coding error in the billing process turned that routine checkup into months of phone calls and emails. This is exactly what happened to me as well. KL says, I feel fed up a lot of the time. Despite getting approval from the insurance company ahead of time, she was later told it wasn't covered. Exact same situation I am having. Once it went through the insurance company, hours and hours and hours on my cell phone, by the way, during my business hours were spent with the insurance company. This is why I can only afford $20 for an entire day of apartment cleaning. From the beginning of last October to the end of December, KL made a phone call after phone call and email after email. They told her she owed $500. Which is actually the amount that I'm being told I owe. If it wasn't covered. There's a strong fear factor. What if I get taken to court? What if I get dropped by my insurance company? Well, KL feels her doctor was caring and helpful as she could be. She was discouraged by the system, saying, I think people are getting abused and it's not necessary. But the good news is she did the right thing. Stay in the game. Don't just hate the bills. Fight back, which is exactly what you should do, because they will drop them. Because they're like, all right, we fucked up, and it's not worth someone being pissed off at our insurance company for like a very small amount of money, like $500.
Yeah. It's not the time it would take to resolve and fight it.
Exactly. They're just like, fine, just fucking waive it, whatever. But anyway, so this person definitely is probably not setting up some sort of scam. This seems like a real person. This seems like a person who's very anal and very attentive to details, and for a very simple $20 bill, clean up my apartment job wants like fucking references, and that no one's gonna sign up for that for $20.
City Council, too large, comma, has mission creep. Dear editor, as usual, Mayor Stockman is right. Madison City Council is far, far too large with grandiose expectations, ridiculous salaries, and planned mission creep. I'd love to see the body size and reach reduced. It would
body size spelled wrong.
It would also,
no, it's right. Sorry, bodies size. Yes.
It would also be nice to get civic leaders in place who could get through any given session without finding another capital expenditure project for which to borrow.
KL. God, that's crazy.
So she's got kind of a libertarian streak in her a little bit.
What the hell happened to WORT? There was a shooting this morning?
What?
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
The community radio station. According to a statement from WORT, the shooter entered around 3 a.m. wearing a mask and hood. 3 volunteers were present in the studio, and one DJ, a 33-year-old male, was injured in the buttocks. No major injuries or fatalities. He's since been discharged from the hospital. Thank God.
Okay, good. Now, so we can laugh about it.
Okay, yeah. So he fired shots into the studio. Didn't hit anyone, but I'm sure it was like broken glass or something.
Because, you know, if you want to take down authority, you go to the independent local radio station.
What the fuck?
The fucking community access radio.
Oh, the guy. Here's a guy with the most ridiculous name. Kai Brito. I don't even know how to fuck. What is that? A talk show producer for WRT said he was leaving a party after 2 a.m. Hey, dude, let's just chill there for an hour or two and listen to the broadcast. Like, what? Anyway, I love WRT as well, you know, but it's just like, you know, what's going on? Someone just had a beef with somebody who was there, and they just probably shot into the studio. That's fucking crazy.
That's fucked up. Well, this has been your Wisconsin update.
Madison update.
Madison.
Yeah, next door. Thank you. Anyway, KL.
I feel like there's a lot more to mine on this KL thing. So
can we talk about just 1 second? Well, this is why next door is great, Matt. You need to dig more. But anyway, what do you think you would charge for someone to clean an apartment for a day, including that you're going to give them lunch paid, like a $12 lunch paid or something?
What's minimum wage?
Minimum wage in Madison, I think, is like $9 an hour.
Okay.
So
I probably do
Madison.
like 11 or 12 maybe.
An hour?
Yeah.
This is living wages. No, I don't want living wage. I want the actual minimum wage.
But also, I could never afford that, so that's why I have to clean up my own shit.
Do you know what the hourly living wage is in Madison?
Like $17?
No. 12.
I don't believe that.
I don't either.
I don't. I mean, I guess if I live somewhere with a lot cheaper rent, maybe, but.
Oh, it says Madison minimum wage right now. Dane County, it's Dane County, not Madison. Sorry, it's county. Plans to raise, this is from a couple years ago, is planning to raise the minimum wage for $15 an hour by 2022, which is like forever from now. Measure would raise the minimum wage for county employees and contract workers to $12.50 an hour in 2017, adding 50 cents each year. Currently the minimum wage in Madison is $11.67 an hour, or in Dane County. So
then I would pay $12 an hour, because that's a good number.
But I mean, I wouldn't even pay that because this is like under the table, like cash. I would say here's $100 bill, and I'm going to give you a free lunch. You just tell me what you want to order, and I'll bring it.
I think that would probably work out to be close to the same amount.
It would probably be close because, like, what is 12 times? TJ, you're in the math calculator. 12 times 8.
That's 96.
Boom. Okay,
Boom.
Maybe I'm not crazy, Matt. You're right.
You just got fucking math,
but I got that.
You just got mathed. That's a new thing. TJ,
can I just say that, like, I'm really sick of these goddamn overreaching city councils and their grandiose plans to take over.
Their creep.
These fucking the mission creep of these goddamn dictator wannabes taking over every aspect of our lives. That's all I had.
Can we talk about TanaCon?
I've heard enough about TanaCon.
So we didn't.
For reference, there are 2 episodes of the Trends Like These podcast that go in well enough detail. About
I'll have to listen to those, but I just want to talk about.
Yes.
So last week, TJ was talking about Tana Mongeau's controversy, and I brought up an older controversy because there's a newer one.
Yep.
What happened at TanaCon? I have an article I can fill in details, but I want to hear your take.
I'll go pretty simple. She's got whining because she kept doing things at VidCon.
Yep.
That would cause disruptions in the hallways, this and that. You know, because she doesn't care. It's always about her. Just like.
VidCon is the annual YouTube conference.
Yes. And she's like, forget VidCon this year. I could do my own con. It's gonna be right down the street. And she works with some people to get it together in like 5 months after not having to done a con before.
This is called the Fire Festival for the YouTube set.
Yes. The space that they got, I think, only could fit like 1,200 people.
Yes.
And they allowed, I think, over 6,000 people to sign up. It was some ridiculous number.
It was free.
It's free. Yep.
In the same city as VidCon. So you have people traveling out for VidCon anyway. They're like, oh, I might as well go to TanaCon because it's just down the street and it's free.
Well, you still had to register. But
well, fine, but that's, I mean, if you're planning your trip out, you know.
There were people outside just in lines all day long, like getting heat exhaustion, you know, no sort of like shade was provided.
Correct. It's just a fucking sun-soaked LA fucking parking lot.
Yep. And anytime anything even came up regarding any issues at TanaCon, Tana's either, well, how would I know? I'm not the one doing this. It's all of them. Or number 2, it's like, yeah, all of this was my idea, and I was a part of every decision that was made. And then number 3 is like, yeah, did you see all the people outside? They're all like just waiting for me. And it's like oh, it's all the best. It's like, it's a freaking young adult who doesn't want to take responsibility for her actions, but is doing enough harm and does not care about her fans.
Yeah.
She just cares about those numbers and her subscribers and all of that.
And smashing that bell.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the TanaCon, fully understand it. The event, which was promised appearances from names like Bella Thorne, who is, I don't know who the fuck that is, Casey Neistat, who's that guy who...
He's the guy with the sunglasses.
He was the guy I remember who cried about Hillary Clinton should be elected or something in a very emotional support pre-election. Miranda Sings, who's a comedy YouTuber who had a show on Netflix which wasn't great. And Shane Dawson. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Oh, he's the guy. He's that guy.
Oh, he's like Jake Paul.
Yeah, he's one of
but
those.
But like slightly different. Okay. Anyway, it was technically free. Free tickets went on sale in May, and they sold out in 2 minutes. If you didn't manage to get your hands on one, they said nobody had the free badge that they were given to go. People just showed up, and nobody was checking. But they had VIP tickets that were $65, which was giving you a concert access, gift bags, private signings, and personal pictures, like included. So you can get pictures with all the YouTubers. Once at TanaCon, the VIPs discovered the bags contained just some stickers and a condom, which is branded the TanaCondom, which is, of course, like 12-year-olds getting. But whatever. I mean, safe sex. Just a weird thing to just throw in there. Someone tweeted that they paid $70 for a condom. Thanks for TanaCon. But even so, they were talking about the VIPs and the free people were in the same line. So even if you paid, you didn't get to get in sometimes, people that paid. They're basically like, it was like a hotel they rented out, but it was not clearly enough space. Like it was one like concert room that filled up and nobody could get in, so everyone was just hanging out in a hallway basically for 4 hours and nobody showed up. It was like the Fire Festival, like literally. There was a wedding that they did. I mean, there were people there that made it, but then like security started kicking people out of the line. Everyone's talking about all the fucking like sunburns they got. I mean, to be fair, you fucking did that to yourself. Like, you sat out in the sun, all right, without sunscreen. So, like, come on. But anyway, people got kicked out, and they were apologizing. And, I mean, basically what happened was, they're like, I'm going to set up a con. I've never done this, and I'm not going to get any help doing it. And it was a shit show. That's it. And she's like, gave out her Gmail address to people who bought a ticket so people could, like, ask for refunds. Like directly, and a lot of people. I love this. Can we go
next year?
Yeah, right. I'd love to. Nearly all of them, however, wanted to be very clear that they don't believe Manju for what went down. I don't believe it was her fault, Mary said. There's just too many people there, and that's what caused everything to go bad. The mental gymnastics there, given that Manju elected to organize an event in the same weekend as VidCon, the same city as VidCon, with cheaper tickets and seemingly no system to cap the crowds, is truly something. Like, it's not her fault she set this up entirely to be terrible. Like, anyway. That's how fans are, though. Young fans, It's not our fault. It's all the people that showed up, like me that showed up. Like, what? Anyway, so... That's TanaCon. I just wanted to bring that up because last week I had talked about a thing that was much older than TanaCon. So,
yeah,
that was more recent. I played Card Quest, huh? Anything else you do, Matt?
No, sir. I went to that wedding, quested those cards. I also play a shitty game on my phone called Idle Heroes. That's really dumb.
Nice.
And that's my life. Yeah. That's what I do.
I played Idle Heroes for like 5 minutes and stopped.
It's really stupid, but I can't stop playing it.
Well, I'm not doing this, but what I play on my phone is, and I don't actually do this, but what I would do if I could and was like acceptable would be to play Pokemon Emerald on my phone.
Interesting.
Not that I do that, but like I would if Of
course
if
not.
It was allowed. It works really well on a phone. I've heard.
If it was allowed, it would.
Yeah, exactly. I've heard. I mean, it's great for mobile, you know, and you have a little fake keypad and stuff. I've seen screenshots, obviously. I've never done this myself.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, so. Well, great. That's one nice thing about Android.
Yeah, you can.
You could do that if you wanted to.
A lot more control over it.
Yes. Where are we at on time?
We are at an hour and 40 minutes.
Nice.
It's enough.
TJ's falling asleep.
TJ's had enough.
He's like, TJ's calling it. We're done. Says
no.
TJ.
We're gonna do one final that happened.
Oh.
Because I've got a bunch of these saved up, and it's real short and sweet.
We have to do it. That happened.
All right. This is the best role model. If you ever think I'm a good role model, know this. I took a poison ivy plant and rubbed it all over this girl's car that I hated in high school. Horrifically, that same day, she was carpooling with 3 other girls that I didn't like to the mall. The next day, they came in covered in rashes and had to give the PE teacher a note because it had spread in unsavory places. And so did 3 of the football players. You are the best role model. What are you talking about? Someone responded, but yes. So yes.
So here's the thing about that. Poison ivy doesn't spread to other people.
That happened.
Okay.
It's on the internet.
No, but
it happened.
You can't.
It happened.
I think the intent was that there was hormonal activities happening on the surface of that vehicle.
It's fake news.
Yeah.
It spreads.
It happened. It's on the internet.
This happened. If you Matt, you're saying fake news right now.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. You're right. I should be more trusting of the things I come across online.
Look, the internet is obviously all correct. You know, your parents used to say, don't believe everything you say on the internet, but now they're the same people that read Facebook and share memes about Barack Obama being Muslim.
Yes.
So obviously, you believe everything on the internet now. Your parents were wrong. Everything you read on Reddit or Facebook is true. Come on. Get with the times, man.
Avenue Q told me what the internet is really for.
Yeah. It's for having a good time with your friends.
Correct.
It's for hugs and lemonade.
It's for Bjorn. Baby Bjorn.
Yes.
The internet is for
Baby
Bjorn.
Bjork. Hi, Baby Bjork. Here's my tiny swan onesie.
Baby Bjorn. Baby Bjorn. Anyway.
Well, so hey, John, if anybody wanted to find you spreading truths online, where would that be?
I guess you can search my old Twitter account for racist tweets that I had in the past. So it's John_Danger, because Tweet Delete decided not to delete my tweets. So feel free.
I still think they might just be protected.
Yeah, I think you have to hit like a special checkbox to delete them.
They could be deleted, but I might be the only able person to see them.
Let's see. Let's see how far back I can see John's tweets.
I'm going to authorize this app, and let's see what it says. It says there's literally no options for me to do anything.
We're going to keep going.
Oh, wait. Turn off or pick new settings. Ah! Oh, delete all of my existing tweets before activating the schedule.
Yeah, you dumb.
But I don't want it to delete all of my tweets. I just want to delete everything that's more than, like, a year old.
Yeah, that's what it'll do. So...
Oh, but because I thought it was going to delete everything.
Yeah. So it's asking, do you want to retroactively apply this to all your tweets or just going forward?
But it says all visible tweets in your Twitter account. It's impossible to get them back. Ah, fuck it. I'm hitting okay.
Do it, coward.
I don't even care. Even if it deletes everything up to this second.
Hey, good news, everyone. John Danger just activated @tweetdelete on his account to automatically delete his old tweets.
Uh-huh.
Now let's see.
The website is borninthE80s.net. You could find me on the internet. That's at @mayofmay84. Feel free to slide into my DMs. I need some codes for some games. If you send me a code, I will play it. I will review it. It'll be both on. It'll be here on the Born in the 80s podcast, maybe a little bit on my stream, and I'm actually trying to develop a certain way of reviewing games, where I review them by distinct demographics of people, aka bro gamers, over 50% of which are female, RPG gamers. I'll develop that as we go, but I do have 5 categories I want to hit.
My tweets are being deleted. I had 4,000. I had 4,600 tweets, and now it's at 3,915.
I'll let you know how
I got
that keymailer.co works out for me, and whether I should recommend it to you or not.
I appreciate it, but yeah.
You can find me at matthagmusic.com and youtube.com/matthagmusic. And literally nowhere else, because everywhere else on the internet is garbage. And burn it down. Let's shut it down.
Oh, Mrs. Garrett just died from the Facts of Life. Charlotte Ray.
All right, I'm gonna end this right